Astro Amigos. Welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. In this very exciting new video, I'm going to discuss the upcoming important transit of the planet of beauty, love, romance, pleasure, sensuality, luxury, which is none other than Venus, which is one of the most auspicious planets in Vedic astrology. It will finally be leaving its own sign of Taurus, which is Vrishabha Rashi, and it will be transiting to the next sign of Gemini, which is known as Mithun Rashi, on July 25. And it will keep transiting in this Rashi of Mithuna till August 19. So, what is going to be the effect of this crucial transit on all the 12 signs of the zodiac? Well, you got to watch the video to know the impact for your ascendant and moon sign, because my predictions are mainly based on your rising, which is known as the Lagna Rashi or the ascendant, and also on the moon sign, which is known as the Chandra Rashi. They are both very important in their own respective ways. Ascendant sign predictions are known to have an impact on actual physical events in life, while moon sign predictions are known to have an impact on the mind and emotions of a human being. So, the sign of Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intelligence, social life, business, quick thinking, wit, humor, sharp intellect. So, Venus, the planet of charm, beauty, elegance, luxury, romance, is now going to transit in the sign of Gemini, which is ruled by its best friend, Mercury. So, naturally, it is going to be placed in a very comfortable and happy way. So, naturally, its effects are going to be, for the most part, quite auspicious and good. So, especially if you are running the Mahadasha, which is the major planetary period of Venus, or the Antardasha, the minor planetary period of Venus, or even if Venus is exalted in your chart, or it is in a Vargottama Avastha, or it is in the sign of its great friend, or if it is in the sign of Gemini itself, then naturally you are going to feel significant effects of this transit. Even if degree wise it is strong, it is in Yuva Avastha, then also you will strongly feel the effects of this transit. So, without any further delay, let's get into how each sign is going to be impacted by this upcoming transit of Venus. For my Aries Mesh Rasi friends, Venus will be transiting in your third house in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet, Jupiter. So, what kind of results can this combination give you? And more specifically, Venus? Well, Venus's Mool Trikona is in your seventh house. So, relationships, marriage can definitely be on your mind. And third house is connected to self effort, it is connected to Parakram, trying your level best. So, if you are desiring to get married, if things have not been, clicking for you for a while, finally, some good developments can happen in this area. You might be able to find the right kind of proposals, alliances, and connect with some good potential matches. Especially, it can be possible through internet, through your siblings, through your neighbors, through your friend circle, through long distance traveling. It can also be a person residing in a foreign land or in a place far away from you. So keep your mind open, keep trying hard, be proactive, because the time is looking quite good and beneficial for finding a good compatible match in the hopes of getting married. If you're already married, then The time is looking quite harmonious, peaceful. It can be filled with a lot of good communication, which will mentally keep you stimulated. It will keep you engrossed in each other. You might learn some new things about your spouse. Overall, the time will be pleasurable and happy. Your communication skills will also greatly enhance during this time. So, if you are wishing to crack any interviews, or if you need to do any big presentations, give any lectures, then this is one of the best transits, because Jupiter, the planet of knowledge, wisdom, the planet of luck, is combined with Venus, which is the planet of charm. It is the planet of attraction, and that too in the third house of communication. So it is going to be a great time for unemployed people who want to find a new job. It can be a great time for business people to really make some good profitable deals for their business. It is also going to be a great time for both short distance and long distance travel, journey, vacations. If you need to travel for any business related purpose, if you need to, if you want to go on any vacation with your spouse, like a voyage or on a cruise, or to a, nice foreign country, to a nice island, it can be a great time for that as well. Overall, it is the time to bring out your hidden talents, skills, abilities to the forefront and showcase those abilities. Starting a new self venture can pay off during this time. Overall, your luck factor, destiny, ability to successfully convert your desires, goals, ambitions to successful outcome is quite strong during this time. If you study hard, focus, then those students pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, postdoc can do very well in their academics as well. Finally, a great time to focus on spiritual or religious endeavors if that is something you are into. Overall, a beautiful transit for the Aries Mesh Rasi people. If you want to even build your social circle, increase your friends, it is one of the best times for that. And also with your neighbors, go out and speak to them, talk to them. You can develop some really good friendly relationship with your people who live in your surroundings as well. So overall, people are going to be naturally attracted to you, drawn to you because of the way you communicate. You are going to be filled with a lot of charm, attraction, natural magnetism, wisdom, knowledge. So use it to your advantage. All the best. For my Taurus Vrishabha Rashi friends, the Lord of your Lagna, the ruler of your first house, Venus itself, will be transiting in the second house in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet, Jupiter. This is a beautiful combination, and that is happening in your Dhanasthana, the house of wealth, the house of bank balance, money, savings, wealth accumulation. So naturally, the planet of finances, or the natural karaka of finances, Jupiter, along with the natural karaka of luxury, Venus, in your second house, is indicating naturally wealth accumulation, much increase in savings, good growth in your bank balance, more financial stability than ever before. And especially if you're running the Jupiter or Venus major, minor planetary periods, then lo and behold, the financial aspect is looking to be very strong during this transit of Venus. Because your ascendant Lord itself is drawing all the energy to the second house of money flow, of wealth, of liquid cash. And from there, both are directly aspecting the eighth house of sudden, unexpected major gains in life. Eighth house is connected to sudden windfalls. And that is also the Mool Trikona of Jupiter. It is the sign of Sagittarius. So if you're running a very auspicious dasha, your eighth house, eighth lord is, you know, under not any affliction and is well placed, then there is a strong chance of sudden windfall that can happen. It can be through your spouse, through your in laws, through joint assets, through your past investments like the stock market, through real estate, through vehicles, through any type of inheritance, legacies, wills. So these type of things can play out, but of course that doesn't mean that if you benefit from any sudden unexpected money flow, you should reinvest that back into something and try to make more money. Especially avoid high risk speculative investments, otherwise chance of financial loss can also be there, because eighth house is also the house of sudden major financial loss and even indicates bankruptcy. So you need to play it a bit safe when it comes to this house. Try not to take unnecessary financial risks. But overall, it is going to be a great transit for the financial point of view. And it can also be a really good time for family reunion, for overall betterment in family life, improvement in the harmony and relationship with your family members, your extended relatives. You can start to get some good solid support from them. You can get good advice which if you put to use can benefit you. Overall, your extended relatives, family members will now be drawn to you. They will respect you more than ever before. The way you communicate will be very pleasing, persuasive, and convincing as well. You're going to eat lots of good food, fancy dining or going to nice restaurants cannot be ruled out. And overall, it is going to be also a great time for loan related matters, right? So, whether it is repayment of any old loans you had taken, or possibly taking some new loans around this time can also be beneficial. Of course, make sure your natal birth chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha also support these type of activities. Overall, you're also going to win over your enemies just by being so convincing, persuasive, charming, magnetic. People who were your enemies can actually turn into your well wishers now, right? And your everyday work life routine can get exciting. Your job is going to become, more promising. So naturally, you are going to work more harder and can reap the financial benefits that come along with a bonus promotion or a salary increment as well. There are some chances that you might add a new family member. And what do I mean by that? It is probably adopt a pet, like get a dog or a cat, because the sixth lord is going to be transiting in the second house of family, which means addition of a new member to the family, which can be in the form of a pet that you had wanted for a long time. So these are some of the likely scenarios that can play out for the Taurus Vrishabha Rashi people. And I think this transit is going to be a very good one for you. All the best. For my Gemini Mithun Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your ascendant itself in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet, Jupiter. So, this is a very powerful placement because it is activating your Lagna, your first house itself, which is both a trine and a center house, which makes it the most important placement. Venus and Jupiter are also very crucial grahas for you because the Mool Trikon of Venus is in your fifth house, which is the Lakshmi Trikon, and Jupiter's Mool Trikon is in the seventh house, the Vishnu Sthana. So here their combination can be very rewarding indeed. There can be some gains from your past speculative type of investments. Again, not financial advice. There can also be gains from the sale of vehicles, any luxury decor, or any luxury items, furniture, those sort of things. Then love and romance can definitely be a very strong possibility here for the single person, whether you are wanting to get married, whether you are wanting to just find a relationship, find a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a live-in partner, whatever it might be, the time is looking very beneficial and supportive for that. If you keep yourself open, be proactive, it's no surprise if you find a very good compatible match during this time period, and that match can be, or it can become quite serious in the long run, and you might even think of getting married to that individual because the fifth and seventh lord are together in strong conjunction. So overall it is looking to be a very auspicious time, not just for the prospects of finding a partner, getting married, but also for those people already in a relationship or marriage. You are going to have one of the best times with your partner. It is going to be filled with a lot of love, romance, sensuality, pleasure, happiness, full of surprises. So enjoy it to your fullest. Also, a wonderful time for business area for those people doing some sort of self venture. You can make some really profitable deals during this time. There can be some meaningful interactions. If you are in a business partnership, you will receive full support and cooperation from your business partner, and your business can grow by leaps and bounds during this transit. You will start to get or command attention, respect, fame is likely seen during this time, and it can be major type of fame if you are in that kind of public facing profession. If you are in the field of acting, movies, beauty, arts, entertainment, fashion, sports, fitness industry, if you are a businessman, then lo and behold, you can certainly catch a lot of attention, and overall your brand awareness, your visibility can increase manifold. There might also be some long distance travel, journey, vacation abroad to foreign lands. It can also be a great time for relocation to a foreign country in regards to your business, in regards to career, or it can just be relocating with your family and starting a new life abroad. Those people doing any sort of import export type of business can reap a lot of benefits during this time. Or even if your business has any strong connections with foreign lands, with foreigners, with people from different culture backgrounds, race, religion, language, then there can be some benefits to be reaped during this time. Overall, your luck factor, destiny, your bhagya will start to support you quite a bit. and people will just be drawn to you because you will exude charisma, confidence, charm, wit, humor, and whatever you speak, it will sound very convincing, pleasing, persuasive, and people will come to you seeking good advice, counsel, guidance, and they will consider you as their teacher, as their guru, as their leader. So overall, this transit of Venus is looking to be beneficial from all aspects. And there can be some expenses on the cards as well, but it can be for things that you enjoy, whether it's foreign vacations, whether it is shopping, movies, restaurants, fancy dining, going out on romantic dates, and just spending for whatever makes you happy, whether it's luxury items or whether it is charitable activities, doing seva, service, or whether it is traveling to go for a retreat, meditation retreat or spiritual retreat, vipassana. All these type of activities can be seen and they will be supported to a great extent. All the very best. For my Cancer Karka Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your 12th house in the sign of Gemini along with Jupiter. So, what can possibly be the effects of this kind of transit and conjunction? Well, for one, relocation area will be strongly activated, especially to foreign lands. So, it can be in regards to your job, it could be in regards to business, or it can even be for higher education or moving with your family and relocating to a foreign country. Because both these planets are strongly activating the 12th house of permanent foreign emigration. For those people already residing abroad, there can be some possible dealings connected with real estate, whether it is buying or selling of a property, whether it is also to do with vehicles, whether it is a purchase of a new car or selling an old car and buying a new one, whatever it might be. There can also be some expenses involved during this time, but it can be for something to do with home renovation, any type of home maintenance, or it could be as simple as buying brand new luxury furniture, home decor for your property. It can also be to do with spending in general for buying something that you had desired for a long time, and it could be expensive. It could be jewelry, shopping, expensive clothes, fancy restaurant dining, going out on any kind of romantic dates. Because the romance area, especially bed pleasure activity, will be on the rise, right? Because two planets, right? Jupiter, which is the natural karaka of marriage or a spouse for a woman, is activating the 12th house, and Jupiter is a planet of expansion, whereas Venus is the planet of love, romance, sensuality, pleasure, seduction. So, naturally, the romantic activities will be at a peak during this time, because even Mars placement is going to be in the third house, right, where it becomes very, very strong, and Mars connects to passion. Then we can see that it is going to be a great time for the pursuit of any type of dharmic, religious, or spiritual activities. It can also be linked to doing some charitable ventures, doing, dan, seva, any type of service work, because you can really accumulate some good karma here, because these are two most auspicious planets connecting together in the 12th house, which is the highest of the moksha trikona, right? The house of salvation. So it is also the house of detachment. So doing any type of seva, service work, without expecting any kind of fruits, rewards for it, will go a long way. This can also be a great time to win over your enemies, but not with strength or not with quarreling, arguing, but more so with your charm, with effective communication, with your convincing and persuasive ability. Because Venus here will give you innate charm, the ability to identify your enemies and win over those enemies as well, where they might actually even become your friends because they will realize the true potential within you. They will realize that you are a good human being and that they were doing you wrong all this time. This can also be a great time for any type of loans, whether it is taking new loans or repayment of any old loans. It will be a great time to modify your everyday work life routine, whether it is changing your diet, taking up a new exercise routine, taking up yoga, meditation, pranayama, working smarter, not harder, trying to do some things differently, which can enable you to be a more efficient and productive human being, will go a long way at your workplace, in your professional life, in your business, in your studies, right? So naturally, you will become more successful. This can be also a great time to work on your health and fitness goals, to improve your vitality, becoming more fit, feeling more robust. So, whether it means taking the right kind of treatment if you're suffering from any health issues, maybe doing a wellness general health checkup. There is an annual wellness checkup in the US that is usually done by most people, but this can be a good thing for everyone across the globe to do some, general wellness health checkups occasionally to make sure everything is good. And even, there could be some medical expenses involved, but it can be for helping you recover, to, helping you get better and feel your healthiest. So these are some of the effects that can be experienced by the Cancer Karka Rashi people, and I wish you all the best. For my Leo Simha Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your 11th house in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet, Jupiter. What a beautiful combination, and that too happening in your Labhastan, the house of gains, desires, wish fulfillment. So, what are some effects that can be experienced? For one, there are strong chances of those people who have been employed in a job but not really getting the kind of benefits, rewards, credit, and recognition that they deserve for their hard work, commitment, effort, and loyalty. It can finally start to pay off now. There can be a bonus promotion, a salary increment, a desired job transfer to a different department within the organization or to a different place that can be certainly on the cards. Overall, there is going to be some gains and benefits from your career area that is seen. It can be a great time for a job change if that is what you desire. Try to give lots of interviews, keep applying to jobs, and there are no surprises if you get a really good job during this transit, because the combination is looking to be very strong and powerfully activating your house of desires. And that desire can also be connected to finding a new partner. If you are single and hoping to get into a relationship, then keep your mind open, be proactive. because there are good chances you can find a compatible match now, because both Jupiter and Venus are aspecting the fifth house of relationships. And also, Jupiter's impact is on the seventh house of marriage. So the relationship you might get in could eventually become serious enough that you might even think of marriage. But overall, a great time for even benefiting from your past investments like the stock market, cryptocurrency, or any other type of speculative investments. Again, not financial advice, so tread with caution. But with your overall hard work, effort, parakram, you know, sky is the limit as to what can fructify during this time period, especially in connection to relationships, because the Kama Trikona will be strongly activated during this time. Whether it is improved and harmonious relationship with your siblings, whether it is growth and increased social life, more friend circle, new friends, important contacts, influential people connecting with you, whether it is just getting more fame in general, especially if you are in a public facing type of field, or whether it is any type of desire manifestation in terms of even finances, wealth from multiple sources of income can be unlocked during this time period. So overall, it is going to be a great time even for those people in the teaching profession. If you are into the teaching field, then you will start to command a lot of respect and attention from your students. Overall, your intelligence will be at the peak. Your wisdom, knowledge, skill set will be highlighted. Your sixth sense, gut feeling, intuition will also become stronger than ever before. You will start to get the blessings from your Purva Punya, past life good deeds, can start to come to fruition now. So, overall, one of the best transits for the Leo sign, because finally, the 11th house, any planet placed there, generally tries to give good and auspicious results. And what more than the two most auspicious planets itself in the 11th house are going to shower you with lots of blessings and gifts. All the best. For my Virgo Kanya Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your 10th house in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet Jupiter. What a powerful and beautiful combination and transit that is taking place in your Karma Bhava. Why is this so auspicious? Well, for one, Venus is a very good planet for you. Indeed, it controls your house of destiny, luck factor, fortune, as well as wealth, financial abundance. And it is going to be in conjunction with none other than Jupiter, which also controls your two very important Kendra Bhavas, the fourth and the seventh. So all this energy accumulation in the 10th, what does that indicate? Well, strong chances of massive growth, name, fame, success, prestige, reputation is seen at the workplace in your professional life. Even if you're a businessman, strong chances of gaining visible brand awareness in the marketplace, a lot of traction, growth, and success in your day to day business activities. Overall, if you don't have a job, you're unemployed, this is the perfect time to give lots of interviews, apply to jobs, because there is no surprise if you land a desired job during this transit. There are strong chances of even those people who have been working their butt off for a long time, but just feeling stagnant, not getting the kind of respect, credit, recognition that you deserve. Finally, things will start to change, and there is a probability that you might even get a bonus, promotion, salary increment that might be long overdue at this point. Then there can be some traveling, especially long distance journeys, which might be involved in connection to your career. It could be attending some conferences, events, something along those lines that can play out. And there are even chances of meeting a potential match. If you're single, there are chances now where you could meet someone, especially connected to your career, and it could involve maybe long distance traveling. It could be at the airport, in the airplane, it could be at the actual event or conference that you might attend. So keep your mind open, and you never know who you might meet somewhere. And then, if there were any issues in the relationship with your father, this is the best time to remedy those issues, resolve those differences, and be back on the same page together. If your mother was suffering from any health issues, then she can certainly get some major respite during this time. Overall, your stress levels will go down. You will feel mentally and emotionally peaceful. You will start to feel more content and happy with what life has to offer. Do some yoga, meditation, pranayama, it will be largely beneficial. If you are a student pursuing primary education, then if you study hard, you remain focused on your studies, then you will do very well in your academics and examinations. Overall, there are chances that you might even, purchase like a new property, a house, or sell a property for a lot of profit. It can be that you might buy some brand new luxury furniture, home decor for your property as well, or even maybe buy a new car that you always desired, or maybe sell a old vehicle, make some profit from it, and then buy something new. There are also chances of potentially reconnecting with your childhood friend that you had not interacted with for a long time, and it can also give you immense happiness. So, these are some of the things likely to play out for the Virgo Kanya Rashi people, and I wish you all the best. For my Libra Tula Rashi friends, Venus, the lord of your ascendant, will be transiting in the ninth house in the sign of Gemini along with Jupiter. What a auspicious transit that you guys are going to experience, because Venus, being the most important planet for you, as it is the lord of your lagna, will be transiting in the highest of the dharma trikona, in the highest of the trine house, the Lakshmi trikona, which is one of the most beneficial placements, and that too along with Jupiter, one of the most naturally auspicious and shubha graha. So their combination is going to increase your luck factor, destiny, manifold. A lot of things are going to start to play out for you in the most positive way. Any type of major life decisions that you wanted to implement, well, now can be the right time. Of course, make sure that you are running the right kind of Mahadasha, Antardasha. All these things need to be checked as well. But from a general perspective, this is one of the best periods to take any important major life decisions. And especially, it can be even connected to foreign relocation. It can be connected to pursuing a higher education program like a master's, PhD, postdoc in a foreign land. It can be to do with any type of spiritual or religious endeavors. It can be to do with any type of long distance traveling, journey, vacation, voyages that you had planned for a long time but didn't fructify. It can be to do with finding a spiritual guide, a guru, a teacher, if that is what you have desired for a while. Finally, this combination can help you to find the right spiritual guide for yourself. Overall, any decisions that you take during this time period can yield good profitable, auspicious results. Again, you need to make sure your natal birth chart supports all this, but from a general perspective, it is looking to be phenomenal. From the ninth house, you can see that Venus's direct impact will be on the third house along with Jupiter, which is Jupiter's Mool Trikon itself. So, overall, again, short distance travel, long distance travel, journey, vacation is going to be quite profitable. Your relationship with your siblings, especially younger siblings, is going to blossom. They are going to support you quite a lot. And this is the best time to harmonize the relationships, even with your neighbors, even with people who live in your nearby surroundings. Try to establish good rapport with them, because really good, friendly, harmonious relationships can develop during this transit with your neighbors, with your social contacts, with your friend circle. If you have been desiring to, enlighten your social life a bit more, then this is a great time for you to put yourself out there, interact, use your communication to your advantage, because overall your communication skills will become very, very enhanced. People will be drawn to you, attracted to your the way you communicate, because Venus, being a planet of charm, attraction, magnetism, and aspecting the third house along with Jupiter, which is the planet of wisdom, knowledge, guidance, right? People will just be drawn to you, thinking of you as their well wisher, as someone they can trust, depend on for good counsel and valuable advice. Even the third house is connected to your bravery, courage. So if you have long desired to pursue something, this is the time to be brave, to go after your dreams, desires, goals, and ambitions, and not back down from what you want to achieve. It is a great time to explore your hidden talents and, you know, bring those forth, showcase those talents so that people can get a glimpse of what you have to offer. Overall, your creativity can also be at its peak here. So, if you are a naturally creative and artistic person, then you can certainly explore that facet of your life. Overall, this is going to be a very, very good transit for you. So, use it to your advantage. All the best. For my Scorpio Vrishchik Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your 8th house in the sign of Gemini along with Jupiter. So, what can be some of the effects that can be experienced by your sign? Well, for one, strong chances of fixed assets or joint assets growing together or expanding, especially with your spouse. If you have been investing in something along with your spouse, those type of investments can start to flourish and grow, because Venus, being the natural planet of luxury, and Jupiter being the natural karaka of wealth and finances, it is going to be quite a good and auspicious combination for fixed or joint assets increasing in value. There are also chances of possible sudden unexpected financial gain. It can happen through your spouse, in-laws, inheritance, through your past speculative investments like penny stocks, cryptocurrency. Again, not financial advice. So tread with caution, because 8th house is also linked to sudden unexpected loss. It can even go to the extent of bankruptcy. It is that kind of a house which can make a person, it can take a person from rags to riches, make a person millionaire overnight, or it can even take a person down to rags. So it all depends on your natal chart, the Mahadasha, Antardasha. But purely speaking, from a general perspective, because these two planets are the most auspicious and naturally Shubha Graha, the chances or the probability of financial gain is more likely. It can even be through the sale of vehicle or any luxury furniture, luxury items, luxury decor, any type of cosmetic products, any type of beauty products. It can also be through the sale of real estate. Suddenly these things can fructify. It can also be linked to any legacies, inheritance, those kind of things. Then we see that there can be some expenses involved as well, and that can be towards especially the occult sciences field, right? So if you are an individual who has a lot of interest in occult sciences like astrology, vastu, numerology, tarot, palmistry, any type of these sister sciences, you could possibly take a new course, buy books to study them. Or even if you have, let's say, interest in astronomy, in the stars, planets, you might buy an expensive telescope to study the planetary alignment and look at the sky and appreciate the beauty around you. So these type of expenses can be there, or it can even be for things that you desire or enjoy connected to marriage. Maybe it could be going on a nice vacation cruise, on a voyage with your spouse. It could be, fancy dining, eating out at very expensive restaurants, or it can be any other miscellaneous expenses that you have desired for a long time. Or it could even be as simple as going to a meditation center or taking up a Vipassana course or any type of spiritual or religious pursuits. Then we see that since both planets are impacting the second house, which is Jupiter's Mool Trikona, there are also chances of some fun family reunion on the cards, with extended family members, relatives joining up, and just having a good fun time, good quality time with your family members that you have maybe not seen for a while. And then, of course, since they are both aspecting the Dhanastan, the energy of these planets will be there to try to improve your bank balance, savings, and overall give you more financial stability. But still, at the same time, there will be some expenses, like I mentioned before. So it is going to be a fine act of balancing between these two things. So overall, these are some of the effects that can be experienced by the Vrishchik Rashi people. And one another thing I would like to add is it can be a great time for recovery from any chronic health issues that have been bothering you, whether it is getting a general health wellness checkup, the doctor suggesting you the right treatment, medication, exercise, whatever it might be, physical therapy. This is the time period where you can find the right treatment and recover completely from any type of long health issue, any type of chronic ailment that you have been suffering from. So I wish you all the best and take care. For my Sagittarius Dhanu Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your seventh house in the sign of Gemini along with Jupiter. What a beautiful combination happening in the Kendra Bhava in the seventh house of marriage, relationships. So here, Venus's Mool Trikona is in the 11th house, and Jupiter is the lord of your ascendant as well. So, what does this signify? Well, for one, if you have been looking to settle down, get married, then you cannot get a better time than this. Because Venus is the natural karaka of marriage. Jupiter also signifies luck, success, happiness, fortune, destiny. So there are strong chances now to meet a compatible match or to get a suitable proposal or alliance which you might think of moving forward with. And there are strong chances of the wedding bells ringing for a lot of people who are especially running the major or minor planetary period of Venus and or Jupiter. So a very good time indicated for marriage prospects. Those people already married, things are looking phenomenal even for those in live-in relationships. Things are looking to be very harmonious, peaceful, filled with a lot of love, romance, sensuality, happiness, pleasure, unexpected surprises, gifts, and it's just going to be a fun gala time that you will experience with your spouse. So you should definitely make the most of it. Go out, enjoy, travel, explore, have an adventure. And then if I talk about business area, then lot of good things can fructify in the business area as well, especially more gains, benefits, increased cash flow, increased revenue can be seen here because Venus control the 11th house of gain, of financial flow, and Jupiter is the planet of abundance, right? So, and there are also chances of profits and benefits from joint business ventures. If you're in a business partnership, then things are going to pick up in a very positive way with exchanging important ideas, business plan, direction, vision, collaborating together is going to take your business on a whole another level, and the business area is going to help you reap a lot of rewards during this transit. So use it to your advantage, make the right kind of deals, think about business expansion and what you need to do in order to gain a competitive business advantage over your competitors in the marketplace. And especially if you're running a type of business connected to consultancy or any type of beauty, arts, entertainment, movie industry, vehicle, sale of vehicle related business, any luxury home decor related items, any type of occult sciences related business, then you can largely benefit during this time. Overall, your travel is going to increase, especially foreign related travel or long distance travel. Your overall charm, your personality is going to just take everyone by surprise. Any hidden talent skills will come to the forefront. People will be drawn by the way you look, by the way you act, by the way you communicate. Because Venus will, basically provide you with innate charm, magnetism, attraction, beauty, right? For women, they're going to even appear more beautiful, more attractive. For men, they are going to appear more handsome, more charming, right? Because even Jupiter aspecting the Lagna, it's going to make you fill with lot of wisdom, knowledge, and people are going to be drawn to you. They might think of you as a leader, a teacher, a guru, a good friend, a guide, a potential husband, a potential wife, a potential partner, a potential well-wisher, right? Whatever it might be, people are going to want to be near you. They will want to associate with you. They will think of you as a very trustworthy, dependable individual. Overall, your luck factor, destiny, fortune will start to favor you. Your health area will also get a whole lot better. If you have been suffering from health issues, now you will start to feel more fit. And it can also be a great time to start repaying any loans you had taken in the past. You can certainly identify your enemies now and think of winning over them, not by arguing and fighting, but by your wit, humor, charm, and wisdom. So, these are some of the effects that can be experienced by the Sagittarius people looking to be a phenomenal transit. And I wish you the best. For my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, Venus, which is a Yoga Karaka planet for you, will be transiting in the sixth house in the sign of Gemini along with Jupiter. So, what does that signify for you? Well, for one, the career area will be very much highlighted during this time. Especially if you're unemployed, then this can be one of the best transits for you to keep applying to lots of jobs, give interviews, because there is a very good chance you can land a new job opportunity in this transit. You can also think about making any modifications to your daily work routine. If you are currently employed, you might think of how can I work differently in this role? What can enable me to be more successful, to be more efficient, more productive? How can I work smarter, not harder? So, trying to think in a different way, trying to make some changes, modifications to your everyday work routine can lead you to being more successful all around. Then we see that its placement in the sixth house along with Jupiter can help you to recover from any major loans you had taken in the past. This can be a great time for repayment of those loans, thinking of ways on how you can start to pay off your debt and become debt free. This can also be a great time for you to heal from any health issues that you have been facing by getting the right treatment, medication, or maybe any type of medical intervention that might be necessary. It can also be a good time for you to get a general health wellness checkup during this time period, as most likely it will indicate good and auspicious results for you. For those people who have long desired to own a pet, whether it's a cat, dog, or any other type of pet, then this can be also a good time to get a pet, because both the planets will be aspecting the 12th house of expenses. So it is better for the expenses to go towards something that you desire or enjoy, rather than it being, you know, too much negative expenses. Expenses can also be related towards travel, international travel. It could be towards going out on dates. If you're single, then spending on some dates. It could be towards maybe any other type of expenses that is desirable in nature. Because both these planets, which are aspecting the 12th house, are the two most naturally Shubha Graha. So, for the most part, the expenses are going towards something positive. It can even be as simple as charity, doing dan, seva, doing your dharma, duty, right? Because the natural planet of dharma is also Jupiter, which is influencing Venus here and vice versa. It can also go towards some religious or spiritual purposes. Religious purposes can be in any type of ritual, puja, any, visiting any religious institutions of your choice, or it can even be embarking on a spiritual retreat, enrolling yourself in a meditation course, or going and doing some vipassana course. Because here, the 12th house of the moksha trikona will be strongly activated. If you have been suffering from any sleep disorder like insomnia, doing some yoga, meditation, pranayama will ensure that you get good quality of sleep in the coming time. Overall, as we can see, this transit of Venus and Jupiter combined should do good for the most part, and it can also be very beneficial for you to defeat or win over your enemies by using a convincing, persuasive technique instead of being aggressive, quarrelsome, or argumentative. Because your enemies can even turn into well-wishers. It is that kind of a transit and conjunction in the sixth house. So use it to your advantage. All the very best. For my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your fifth house in the sign of Gemini, along with the other most auspicious planet, Jupiter. What a phenomenal placement and conjunction in the Lakshmi Trikona in the fifth house, which is a trine house, one of the most auspicious houses. So, naturally, it is going to be a great time for you to initiate any type of new mantras. Doing Tantra, Mantra, Yagna initiation will be well supported during this transit. Past life good deeds can come to fruition now. What we say, Purva Punya, the fall of the Purva Punya will come to fruition. So if you have accumulated a lot of good, positive prarabdha karma from the accumulated sanchita karma from your past lives, then you will certainly start to reap the benefits and rewards for the same. This combination here is going to fill you with innate charm, attraction, wisdom, knowledge, the ability to persuade, guide, and counsel people. So naturally, everyone is going to be drawn towards you because they might think of you as a teacher, whether a religious teacher, spiritual teacher, educational teacher, a life coach, it doesn't matter. They will think of you as a person who is very trustworthy, dependable, and filled with a lot of good, valuable knowledge that you can impart to them and transform their lives. Your strong chances of your gut feeling, inner voice, intuition becoming stronger than ever before. Your intelligence will be at a peak. Your decision making process will be sharper than before. And you will start to plan out the roadmap for your future success in a very efficient way. Possible gains and benefits from your past investments might be on the cards. Money flow will increase. There could be gains from several different sources of income. A lot of traveling could also be on the cards, especially long distance foreign related. It could be connected to enjoyment. It could be connected to spiritual or religious endeavors. Here, you will also focus a bit more on social life, attending social events, chances of meeting some new people, even influential people can be there. So put yourself out there, be proactive, and overall work on your goals, desires, and ambitions. And whatever area it might be connected to, you will have strong support of achieving them because the combined aspect of Venus and Jupiter is falling on your 11th house of Ichha Purti, fulfillment of desires, right? So, lo and behold, the two most auspicious planets aspecting the 11th house with no other malefic afflictions on that is very good news for you. So if you have any innate desire fulfillment that you have felt it is not manifesting for a long time, well, here, these two planets can certainly make it happen. And especially if these planets are strongly placed in your chart, they are in any way connected to the 11th house, you are running its Mahadasha, Antardasha, they are placed in good nakshatras, then very strong chances of wish fulfillment and desire manifestation can be seen during this transit. Overall, your relationship with your friends, your siblings, specifically elder siblings, will also be very harmonious, and you will gain a lot of support and respect from them during this transit. So, overall, looking to be very positive. And even one more thing I would like to add is if if you are a woman who is desiring a child, the progeny area will also be very strongly highlighted from a general perspective during this time period. So it is looking good because Venus and Jupiter are considered to be wet planets which support fertility related matters. So two thumbs up for progeny area, even for those people already having children. You will spend a lot of good quality time with your children, and it will be very memorable, and it will just be a very pleasurable and enjoyable time that is that you are going to experience with your children, and it will be a time to remember. So overall, a wonderful transit for my Aquarius Kumbha Rashi friends, and I wish you the very best. For my Pisces Meen Rashi friends, Venus will be transiting in your fourth house in the sign of Gemini, where it will become Digbali, directionally very powerful and strong, and it will also be in conjunction with the Lord of your ascendant, Jupiter. So, a very powerful combination and transit taking place in your fourth house. So, what does that signify? Well, for one, real estate area will be strongly highlighted. Now, whether it is sale of your house to make a profit, or whether it is purchase of new property, whether it is buying luxury furniture, home decor, or whether it is selling any luxury items, furniture. It can also do with maybe selling an old vehicle and finally buying a new car that you wanted to for a long time. These sort of things can fructify here. Those students in the primary education field, such as bachelor's, high school, can do quite well in their studies as long as they put in the hard work and effort and they do not give in to any temptations. Then, if your mother is suffering from any health issues, there could be some unexpected changes. If overall your natal chart is strong, you're running a good Mahadasha, Antardasha, then she can get a respite in those health issues. And on the other hand, there could be some more challenges that she might face, again, depending upon your natal chart. Here, doing some yoga, meditation, pranayama can really help to de stress yourself, to reduce emotional turbulence, and to create more inner peace and mental well being for yourself. Then we see that it can also be a great time for you to reconnect with any childhood friends that you had not interacted with for a long time. It will give you lots of happiness. From the fourth house, you see that both the planets will be aspecting the 10th house directly. So, if you are unemployed, then this is a great time for you to give lots of interviews. Try your hardest because there are strong chances you could land a new job with a good salary and benefits package. And that job might even be abroad, it could be overseas. So, if you're open to that, then it can be a great time for finding a new job opportunity. If you're already employed in a good job, there could be some unexpected changes, for the most part positive, which can take place in the form of a bonus, promotion, salary increment, or a desired job transfer to a new location or to a different department. You will basically have a lot of charm. You will exude a lot of charisma now during this time period. You will be filled with a lot of knowledge, wisdom. So people will recognize that at your workplace and they will come to you seeking guidance, counsel, and advice. And that will be taken note of by the higher ups. So overall, your fame, authority, prestige will increase and you will start to get the credit and recognition for your hard work and effort. It is also a wonderful time for you to remedy and resolve any differences in the relationship with your father, if there are any, and be back on the same page together. So keep doing good karma. This is the time to accumulate good karma. And the more good you do, the more and better and sweeter the rewards will be. All the best.